you still need the DNA samples of the principal of the school?
Look, Clement, I don't know where the story of the principal comes from. The principal was never identified as a person of interest in this particular case. From the statements that were taken, the principal is nowhere at that school in the 3 or 4 days that we are concentrating on. So it's really, I think the social media investigators are really giving us a tough time with this particular case. And that's why we are calling for responsible social media reporting, but also that stop pointing fingers at people before they are arrested.
It's hardened. A stool that has been sitting for a long time, it becomes hardened. And that is why you will even hear her explaining that the stool could be seen. She says,
when she... Wait. So, because now it's closer, then the rectum will just open. It's what
it will be, of course, almost here. It's almost there, but it's too hard for her to push it. You understand? It's painful when she tries to push it because it's too hard. So that pain, she's afraid of that pain of pushing a hard stool. That's it. She was supposed to get laxative. All right. Then what happened? Then the whole day now, it's the whole halabaloo about this child that is now impundu zamzibhlungu. Of course, impundu zengani zibhlungu. She is constipated with this poop that can't come out. And then the mother says to her, bend over, let me see. When she touches, she can see that this hole is open. She can see, she describes, I can see the poop. I can see it right here, it is. And then she takes the child to the doctor, who lifts one bum up and then says, sexual assault. I've never heard of that in my entire life. Now, what then happens? She then goes to the private hospital. What does the private hospital then diagnose her with? They correctly diagnose her with constipation. The doctor then gives her laxative, probably Movicol, gives her laxative, and then the child passes the stool. After she passes the stool, she says about 1 liter of poop came out. That's because that is all the collected stool that has been sitting in her tummy for all this time while she was constipated. That is why it was so much stool at that point. That is how it happens, right? Now, it's called impaction. It means that the tummy and the rectum is now impacted with too much stool. And that is why the child is in pain and can't poop and, right? So now they correctly diagnose her with constipation. They manage the constipation by giving her laxative. She passes the stool. And even Magakwekwe herself in her other one, the one that she did 3 months ago, before she polished up her story, after she had fought with every other police officer that you could think of, right? She then, in that clip, she says, after she passed the stool, she said, you could see that she just got relieved. That should have been the end of it. But because she had just gotten a word from a doctor, apparently, that her child was now raped, she took it further.
Yes.
The front, this is exactly why. The mom in her initial podcast, in the first one, the one that she did 3 months ago, it's on this, what do you call it? It's called the Informer newspaper. 3 months ago, Magatwekwe correctly explains that the doctor could not see any penetration in front. He never said there was penetration in front. She says it herself. But there was a problem at the...
It's when he goes, he's now agreeing to what I'm saying when I say this child was constipated. And the mother also said that there was poop that was stuck. Even at the hospital, the private hospital that the mother took the child to, they did confirm that the child is constipated, according to the mother's words. And after they removed that poop that was stuck there, that child was relieved and that child was okay.